guys, welcome back to my channel. So for those of you who don't know, I recently went on a little bit of a road trip. We went to a friend's wedding and drove up to Niagara-on-the-Lake, which is just over the border in Canada, and it was so much fun. I will leave some of the vlogs down in the description box. If you're interested, I vlogged the entire experience. You can kind of come along with me. But something I mentioned during the vlogs was how much makeup I brought. I brought so much makeup, and to my defense, we did not fly, we drove, so I was kind of able to not restrict myself in terms of how much I brought. I didn't have to kind of adhere to any weight limits or any like space restrictions within reason. So I kind of was really able to just bring what I wanted, although I did really try to not bring too much. I did want to bring only the essentials. However, obviously I didn't use everything I brought, and so I thought it might be fun to kind of go through my makeup bags, and show you the products that I ended up using and the products that I didn't. And hopefully this will help you if you have any traveling coming up and you are kind of on the fence about what to bring, and hopefully this will also help me for the future when we're traveling and I want to bring everything. So let's jump right into it. My 3 Tanya Burr palettes. Now, the thing I love about these palettes is how compact they are and how each one comes with 4 colors. They're just so beautiful, and I wasn't really sure what type of makeup look I wanted to go for the wedding, which I guess if you are restricted by space and by time, you could definitely decide upon a makeup look before you go so that you don't have to bring as many eyeshadows. However, I figured because these were so small and so compact, I could bring all 3. I ended up using the Hollywood palette, which is all of the bronze colors, and I ended up using the Fairy Tale Eye palette that has this beautiful cream color that I used for highlight, and the black, which is cat color, which is a matte black, which I used for eyeliner. No, I didn't end up using the Galaxy Eye palette. Next up in this little bag is this Prep and Prime Natural Radiance Base Illuminator. Now here's the thing. I really wanted to use this product, but I forgot about it. It was at the bottom and I just didn't see it, and I ended up using, I'll show you the primers I ended up using. But I really love this product because my skin is so dry, and I feel like sometimes primer can just dry it out even more, so I like putting this on top of my lotion before my primer because it just adds another level of moisturizer, and it definitely has an illuminating effect as well. So it's not just a lotion, it's definitely a illuminator, as the product says. Next was my Strobe Cream by MAC, and I did end up using this product. I really did try organizing, by the way, my makeup bags. But I have been putting on makeup for the past 2 days that I've been home, and so they're a little bit jumbled. That's why this bag is going to be exceptionally random. This is the Makeup Forever Professional HD Powder, and I did not end up using this as a setting powder. I always kind of gravitate toward my Urban Decay setting spray, all-nighter setting spray, and this is what I ended up using as a setting spray. I know that you can probably use both, but I did not end up using this, so I think next time I definitely wouldn't bring my Makeup Forever HD Micro Finish Powder, and I would just bring my Urban Decay setting spray. In regards to concealer, I brought all of my favorites. I brought my IT Cosmetics by Under Eye, my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind, my Dream Lumi by Maybelline Highlighting Concealing Pen, and the Super CC Cream by Physicians Formula. I actually did not end up using the Physicians Formula cream, and I kind of knew I wasn't going to, but I brought it anyway because I got nervous. For mascara, I brought 2 different options. I brought my Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara and this MAC mascara. I knew that I wasn't really going to be using this, but I got kind of nervous thinking, what if I open it when I get there and there's like nothing in it? Or, you know, I always think for mascara, it's okay to bring a backup because you just never know. And I can't imagine like going to use mascara and it being totally dry and not being able to have any mascara. That would be terrible. Eyeliner / brow pens / brow products. I'm kind of just combining all of this together. I brought my Lancome Black Ebony Pencil, this MAC Feline Kohl Power Eye Pencil, and this MAC Clay Technical liner, and I actually only ended up using the MAC Kohl liner. Again, with eyeliner, maybe bringing one back up is a good idea just in case it breaks or something, but I definitely didn't need to bring this one. And then for brows, of course, I brought my Anastasia brow pencil and my Anastasia tinted brow gel. Had to bring these, use them all the time, use them every single day, so there was no way of getting around that. I spoke about using a primer. I used this Becca Evermatte Poreless Priming Primer, and right now it's like the only primer I have in my collection. I don't love it, but it does the job. It does make your skin matte, and it does kind of make your pores look smaller, so I'll take it. I brought my Beauty Blender, of course. I also brought a whole bag of brushes that I'll go through, but the Beauty Blender is an essential. I brought this Revlon Quad. It is the Revlon Illuminance Cream Shadow Quad. I brought this because it works really well as an eyeshadow primer. The final two products I have in this little makeup bag are my eyelash curler and my eyelash glue. And of course, I used both of these products, and I love them. Okay, now moving on to the big bag, I brought this huge Victoria's Secret Beach Angel beach bag, cooler bag, and just stuffed it with a bunch of makeup. So I will go through this. I'll try to go through this quickly. I brought a bag of hair things, and then there are some lip products in here as well. In terms of lip products, I was able to, I know that I love like a really nude rosy lip, so I didn't have to bring too many colors. I did bring two of these Tanya Burr lip glosses, an afternoon tea and lunch date. I didn't end up using these. I ended up just using this Smashbox Nude Medium lip liner on top of my Fresh Sugar Rose lip balm, and that has been my go-to. It's what I'm wearing today. I absolutely adore it. I also brought this Color Rouge. Is it called Color Rouge? No, it's called the Nude Balm in Nourishing Nude by L'Oreal Paris. Again, I didn't end up using this, but, you know, what are you going to do? The next baggie is just full of bronzers, full of highlighters, blushes. I brought my MAC Select Sheer Pressed Powder that I absolutely adored. I definitely use that just to blend everything out. I brought my IT Cosmetics Hello Light Illuminating Powder. This I did use as a highlighter because it's fantastic. I ended up using the MAC Cheeky Bronze Mineralized Skin Finish as my blush / bronzer, although I did use one other bronzer. I've actually been loving pairing this with the Marc Jacobs Contour, where is that here? The Instamark Light Filtering Contour Powder by Marc Jacobs. I've actually been loving pairing these two together, and I wore these to the wedding because the powder, the contour powder, is stunning and so beautiful, and it actually pairs really well because it's a very cool tone brown with this more bronzy, highlightery type of blush. So, saying that, I definitely did not need to bring my Charlotte Tilbury Cheek to Chic Swish and Pops blusher in the color Love is the Drug. I do love to bring this with me just in case because it is such a beautiful blush, but I did not have to bring it, and had I pre-planned my makeup beforehand, or if you pre-plan your makeup, then obviously you know that you're using this and not this, and you don't have to bring this. I brought my MAC BB Cream sort of foundation, and I like using this every day, which is why I brought it. I did not end up using this for the wedding. I did use my HD foundation, which is somewhere, I will show it to you, but I did not end up using this for the actual day. I brought my Terracotta bronzer by Guerlain, even though, again, I didn't use this. I kind of knew I wasn't going to use it, so that's sort of my fault for even bringing it. But yeah, I did not need to bring this. And for bronzer, I ended up using the Laura Mercier Bronze Matte Radiance Baked Powder. I did use a little bit of this to just smooth out the contour on my face at the wedding, and really love this. And it's small too. I love these like more compact travel size makeup products. I brought a bunch of different brushes, and I did end up using most of them. I brought this Sephora brush, and this is what I normally use for blush. I use this with my Laura Mercier bronzer, and this is an angled contour brush from Cala 409. I use this Sephora Professional just rounded blush brush, is what it's called, for my highlighter, and I tend to just kind of press the sides down to make a fan motion and then just bring that up the sides of my face, and I use that. I did not end up using this rather thick, rather large blush brush by Sephora, so I could have definitely foregone using this because this is the brush I normally use when I use my Charlotte Tilbury Cheek to Chic blusher, so I didn't really need to bring this. I always use this little sort of short, it's not a kabuki brush, but it reminds me of one for my MAC Select Press powder, just for like an overall blend. Really love that brush, and it's so tiny too. Just brought a bunch of different blending brushes, small eyeshadow blush, I can't talk. A few smaller eyeshadow blending brushes, this sort of very angled eyeliner brush. With smaller brushes, I think it's better safe than sorry. They're smaller, so it's easier to pack them. I'd say I have one of at least every sort of brush that you normally use. So I have one like really big blending brush, one angled smaller eyeliner brush, one sort of really small stippling brush, one small flat, what would you even call this? One small flat, I guess, eyeshadow brush, and then one angled fluffy eyeshadow brush. So hard to keep saying brush. And yeah, I really found that I definitely used each one of these, and it's nice too because when you're traveling you can't really clean or deep clean your brushes, so it's nice to be able to say like, okay, I'm going to use 3 different eyeshadows and I will use these 3 brushes for each of the colors and this one for my brows or whatever. And then at the bottom of my bag I have my Real Techniques brushes, my contour brush in 301, which I adore and I love, and I use this for contouring. This 300 brush, which I use for highlight underneath my eyes and for setting my concealer. And then this really big fluffy brush in the 100, and I didn't actually end up using this brush. I still haven't decided what I want to use this brush for, so I didn't actually need to bring it, but I just love it so much that I didn't want to leave it at home. It's so soft. Oh my gosh. Alright, we're getting down to the end. This was the little bag that I brought to carry makeup with me going to the actual wedding. So I put this in my bag that I brought. And in this bag right now, we have the Sugar Rose by Fresh Lip Balm. Again, this is what I wore to the wedding with the Smashbox lip liner. I did put on a little bit of this Too Faced Lip Injection Extreme Gloss just in the middle of the lip, even though it doesn't really do much plumping. Thought it was good to bring. And then my Chloe Rollerball, which I absolutely adore. And staying on fragrance, I did end up bringing the Jo Malone Peony and Blush Suede Cologne, which I kind of think was dumb on my part because I use this scent for my wedding, and why I would then wear it to somebody else's wedding is beyond me, because I'm weird like that. Not that when I smell this I think of my wedding, but I guess I think of the entire time around my wedding because I wore this a lot. Well, I wore it on my wedding day and then I wore it a lot afterwards. So it does remind me of that entire sort of very newlywed moment in my life. And I'm not the type of person, like, in my head it's like, this is my wedding perfume and like this means my wedding and like my memories. So I don't think I would ever wear this to someone else's wedding because I would only want this scent to remind me of my wedding and my husband and I. And so why I even brought it, I will never know. I think that was so silly of me. And I did end up wearing the Chloe Rollerball, which I adore and I love. And I love rollerballs, and like the more rollerballs, the better. I adore these, and they're so easy to travel with. At the bottom of my bag, we have the HD Makeup Forever foundation, which I use in the color N170. Absolutely adore this foundation. Obviously used it. And then I brought a lot of eyelashes. I really wasn't sure which pair I wanted to wear. And again, with eyelashes, I mean, I think it's kind of better to bring at least 2 pairs just in case, because I've had some crazy things happen when I'm trying to put on eyelashes. You can glue them in weird ways, and then maybe you handle them the wrong way and some of the hairs fall out, and it can be kind of a mess. So always bring 2 pairs when you're traveling or when you're going to a destination, anything. And so I actually ended up bringing quite a few pairs. I brought 3 different pairs of eyelashes, and then I also brought a bunch of individuals. I did not end up using the individuals, but that was because I sort of ran out of time while I was putting my makeup on, so I would have used these had I had more time. And then last but not least were these Nature's Blender beauty blenders. I talked about these a little bit in a haul I did a few weeks ago, and they're supposed to be all natural beauty blenders. Now, I still haven't used these. I don't know why I brought them. It was kind of silly because I knew that I was going to just use my beauty blender because, especially on really important special occasions, you never want to just be trying things out for the first time. And I guess that's a really good tip, is you never want to just try a brand new product on a day that's really important and really special. And so I wasn't going to chance doing my foundation with something that I wasn't sure was going to work perfectly, so I didn't end up using these. And the package is adorable, but it's definitely not the smallest thing in the world, and so I do regret bringing these because I didn't use them and I wasn't going to use them. I still haven't used these or given them a go, and so I guess that'll be the next video. I definitely want to do a comparison between these and the Beauty Blender. So that was everything that I brought with me on vacation. I do think that I brought quite a lot. I did end up using a good amount of it, but it is nice to go back through everything and to be able to say that, you know, these are the things that I know I didn't use and that maybe next time I won't have to bring all those things. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it to the end especially, that's awesome. If you aren't already and you'd like to be, definitely hit that subscribe button. Leave me a comment down below. Tell me what your must-have travel essential makeup product is. And I will talk to you guys really soon. Bye!